Today we're making a tier list of all the new Mega Evolutions from Pokemon Legends ZA. There are 28 new Mega Evolutions, including both Mega Raichu forms, and we are going to start with Mega Clefable. Design-wise, I think Mega Clefable deserves B tier. We're just gonna start off there in the middle. Looking at its stats, it does have a decent special attack at 135, decent special defense 110, but nothing too special. We're just gonna put Mega Clefable for now at the B tier. Moving on now, we have Mega Victreebel. Stats wise, it also has a special attack of 135, attack of 125. Design wise, I do think it has a better design than Mega Clefable. Slightly better, so I'm gonna put him also at the B tier. Now we're jumping straight to a very controversial one. We have Mega Starmie. I know I rated him 1 out of 10, but that's because I did not see the vision of it. It's actually a super funny Mega Evolution, and I like the direction that Pokemon went with it. For now, I'm gonna put him in A tier, because I don't dare to put him in S tier. But if you consider how ridiculous and funny it is so bad and so funny that it's actually good, if you get what I mean. It actually has a lot of references, and it's actually true to what Starmie actually is. It's inspired by Ultraman, apparently. Also, if you consider Starmie stat-wise, it has the highest increase in stats for a Mega Evolution. Its stats got increased by 140 points. Everyone else has only 100 points of increase. Mega Starmie is gonna be an absolute beast. It has 140 attack, 130 special attack, and 120 speed. And with all that being said, I think A tier is where it belongs. Then we have Mega Dragonite, the first new Mega Evolution that's released, and honestly, it's a high B tier. I would say it's a B+. It's a B+. I know there's a lot of B tier Pokemon right now. That's because I don't want to do anything too drastic for now. Dragonite stats are okay. It has a very high special attack. Not very high, but it's high at 145. So it's not like incredibly broken or anything like that. Next, moving on to Mega Meganium. Mega Meganium is the bare minimum of a Mega Evolution you can get for a starter Pokemon, I feel. So I'm gonna put him at a high C tier. I mean, it's a Mega Evolution, so that's the bare minimum, but it's nothing too special. Mega Meganium stats are quite basic. It has 143 special attack, which is high, but not too high compared to other Mega Evolutions. Mega Feraligatr, C tier. Mega Feraligatr's base actually looks exactly the same. The head, however, just kind of ruins it for me, especially when it's standing idle like this. When it closes down, it looks like a big Totodile, which is awesome, but is it worse than a basic Mega Meganium who just got extra petals? No. So I think he's actually higher than Mega Meganium. Stat-wise, Mega Feraligatr has an insane attack stat. It has 160 points of attack. I think that's one of the highest in the game. Definitely the highest out of all the Mega Evolutions except for Excadrill. That's why he's a high C tier. Just that toilet seat of a head is what's keeping him there. Next up, we have Mega Skarmory. And I personally really like this one because they changed the colors and they made him sharper. I know a lot of you disagree with me on that, but this looks completely different, right? And they did something clever with the shiny form, making it look like normal shiny Skarmory. So I personally think he is a high B tier, better than Mega Dragonite, maybe not, probably somewhere around here. Mega Frostlass. Now this one's an awesome one, right? They made Frostlass longer with legs and a long dress. I think it's very well executed. They gave it horns at the top, so it's not the same as Frostlass. And this is actually a really good Mega Evolution, I would say. That's an A tier. Probably better than Starmie, in my opinion. Then we have Mega Emboar. I think this is a very well done Mega Evolution as well. It's the bare minimum as well for a starter. They didn't do anything too drastic for the starter Pokemon, but it is the best Mega Evolution of the 3 stars that we have. No question, it's definitely higher than Mega Feraligatr in my opinion, but let's keep it at C tier for now. Do I think it's better? Actually, you know what? Do I think Mega Emboar is better than Mega Clefable? I do think so, especially with that staff, and I really dislike the head of Clefable, even though it's flying. So they're kind of the same in my opinion. I'm gonna do something like this, or maybe that's a bit too mean. I'm gonna do this. Probably for now, not to overpopulate the B tier, I'm gonna move Mega Clefable as a high C. Mega Emboar stats has 148 attack, so it's 12 points lower than Mega Feraligatr, and there's nothing too apart from it having a bit more bulk. Stat wise, it's not great. I think it's a low B tier in my opinion. Moving on, we have Mega Excadrill. It has the highest attack of any Mega Evolution, and design wise, I'm actually a fan when it closes its horn and its hands together, it looks good. I think they could have done better in my opinion. So it's gonna be a C tier for me. Next we have Mega Scolipede. I think this is one of my favorite Mega Evolutions in the new game, and who can blame it? They turned Scolipede into an armored horse, and I think a lot of you agree as well that this is top 3 of the new Mega Evolutions that we just got released. Shiny also looks amazing. Stat wise, it's a physical beast, 140 attack, 149 defense. Looking at the stats now, I think it has the highest defense of any Mega Evolution, so that's an S tier, because if that's not S tier, nothing else is S tier in my opinion. Comment down below if you agree with this list, by the way, and what I should have done better. Next we have Mega Scrafty. Scrafty as a Pokemon is a well-designed Pokemon, as many of the Gen 5 Pokemons. However, as a Mega form, right, as a Mega Evolution, you can't just throw a hoodie and jeans on it and expect anything but a D tier. So for now, I'm gonna put Mega Scrafty as a D tier. Gonna look at the stats if it changes my mind, and it has 130 attack, 135 defense, and special defense, so it is very bulky in my opinion. I can't accept that they just added clothes on it, because putting on clothes is not a Mega Evolution. We have Mega Electros. Mega Electros has 145 attack and 135 special attack, which is a wasted opportunity because it's got very high stats, but it's a mixed attacker, so it depends on the move pool, I guess. Design wise, I'm a bit torn on this one because, well, they just added 2 boosters. I am a fan of those plus and minus closing valves on the left and right side, so it's definitely not a D tier, but it's gonna be right here. Is it better than Meganium, who just has extra petals? Absolutely, it is. I'm gonna put him right here. Moving on, we have Mega Chandelure. Chandelure on its own is a 10 out of 10 Pokemon. However, the Mega form just copy-pasted the lower candles. You know what I mean? All they did was take the lower 4 candles, copy-paste, put it below it. So they just added another layer of candles because the design of Chandelure itself is already really good. There's no need to make it extra or anything, but they probably could have gotten a bit more creative in my opinion. I am gonna leave him at a low B tier. Next we have Mega Chestnut, and I think we can all agree that this was the Mega form that we all expected from it. It's now got a knight/armored look to it, and I think it's really good. It's simple, but it's nice. I think it's better than Mega Dragonite, for example. I'm gonna put him at a low A tier for now. Stat wise, Mega Chestnut will have the highest defense out of the entire Mega roster at 172. That's an insane defense stat and definitely deserves that A tier spot. Moving on, we have Mega Dragalge. I did a video on this one, and I think that the body of Mega Dragalge looks exactly the same like the normal Dragalge. However, it now has a crown, which is super nice. I think Mega Dragalge is better than Mega Skarmory, for example. So I'm gonna put him here. I feel that the B tier is too populated right now, so I'm going to put Mega Dragonite up here for now, and I'm going to re-question the B tier rankings later on. We're halfway through the list. We have Mega Haluka, and I said it before, who can hate on this Mega? This is the perfect Mega Evolution for Haluka, I feel. The shiny also as well is super nice. I think it's a high B tier. Stat wise, Haluka Mega Form has 137 attack and 100 defense. There's nothing too high for Haluka. The speed stays at 118, so decent stats, but that design is really nice, so I'm keeping him here at the B tier. We're gonna talk about Mega Delphox next. Again, this is exactly what everyone expects Mega Delphox to be. I love the way that it's riding on that broom. Just really nice and well executed Mega. In my opinion, the best Mega out of the 6 Kalos starters, so I am actually gonna put him as a low S tier from now, S minus probably. And now we go to Mega Greninja. A lot of you might be disappointed because Greninja is arguably in the top 5 of the most favorite Pokemon. Super popular, I would say. Of course, he's not as popular as Charizard, for example, but compared to the other starters, I would say he's top 3. So a super popular Pokemon. Everyone expected Mega Greninja to be anything but what we got. I think Pokemon tried to subvert our expectations by making him upside down from a floating shuriken. He's now basically a helicopter. For now, I'm gonna put him as a high D tier. I see Mega Greninja has 142 speed. That's possibly now the fastest Mega Evolution we've ever had. Base Greninja is already really super quick at 122. Now it's just new levels of quick. But is Mega Greninja, right, with that new shuriken and its animations, is it worse than Mega Meganium? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna have to drop Mega Meganium here just because it looks too basic in my opinion. and I'm gonna keep Greninja as a high D tier. Moving on, we have Mega Pyroar. My first impression is that they just made its main bigger, and I know we're not supposed to include the shiny factor here because the shiny Pyroar is actually so nice. Stats wise, Mega Pyroar has nothing too special. It's quick, it has 126 speed and 129 special attack. However, looking at just the base Mega form, I don't think it's anything too special. I'm gonna put him at a low C tier, just looking at the base Mega form. Now we have Mega Barbaracle. I don't understand the ballet pose that it's doing. It has very slim legs and more arms around it. It's a decent design, and I think it's just lower than Mega Pyroar right here. Mega Barbaracle stats, 140 attack, very decent, 130 defense, so physical beast, but not as good as Scolipede stats, for example, in that department. Now we're moving on to Mega Malamar, and I personally really love Mega Malamar. It's one of the early ones that they released. I think it's better than Mega Victreebel, or at least on par with him. So I'm gonna put him at B tier, that's for sure. Stats wise, Mega Malamar has nothing too special. I think Mega Malamar is one of the most disappointing in terms of stats. It belongs right here on the B tier. Great design, but very, very mediocre stats. I think the most mediocre stats out of all the Mega Evolutions. The highest stat Mega Malamar has is its special defense at 120, and that's it. 102 attack, which is very, very basic for a Mega Evolution especially. Moving on to Mega Floette E, the Eternal Floette. 155 special attack on this guy and 148 special defense. I think this is a nice Mega Evolution. It's solid, right? It's a solid Mega Evolution. I don't think it's better than Mega Holuka, for example. This is where I would put Mega Floette, and that probably increases the B tier a bit too much, which is why I have to put Mega Chandelure down here at a C+. As a reminder, this is nothing against Chandelure's design, it's just how much the Mega Evolution works, and the Mega Evolution just added more candles under it. We have 5 more Mega Evolutions to go. We have Mega Zygarde 100, and depending on how you feel about Mega Zygarde, I think this is definitely plot relevant to the story. He looks very humanoid in my opinion, but this is a great Mega Evolution. Very drastic. I did not expect Zygarde to ever look like this. I think he's minimum gonna be an A tier right here, but just the details and complexity I think makes him better than Mega Dragonite, for example. I'm gonna put him here at the middle of the A tier. Next we have Mega Drampa, S tier, easy. I think Mega Drampa is the best Mega Evolution that we've got so far. It turns the friendly Drampa into a darker version of him, has full pink eyes, darker features. I think this is accurate to the Pokédex as well because it says Drampa will burn down a bully's house. 160 special attack is quite high. That just reminded me that Mega Chandelure has 175 special attack. I think I'm gonna rank him higher than Mega Emboar with that being said, and Emboar will just drop down to a high C. But going back to Drampa, yeah, it's just super nice. I would say it's on par with Mega Scolipede. I really can't choose between them, so I'm gonna put them both as the S tier. Probably this should be right here. Mega Phalanx is interesting. They reshuffled him, gave him a sword and shield, which I am a big fan of. I think Mega Phalanx is better than Mega Holuka. It looks super nice, especially with its movements in game. I would put Mega Phalanx right here as a high B tier. And again, the B tier is just so high because I'm cautious not to put everything in A tier, but perhaps maybe. I'm gonna put Phalanx as A tier and see how I feel about that. Mega Holuka is probably also A tier. Now that I think about it, it's just really nice. Mega Phalanx stats is quite basic, 135 attack and defense, so it's not too high or anything. It belongs right here. Lastly, we have the 2 Mega Raichus, which I'm not too impressed by. We only can get them from the DLC as well, by the way. Okay, if I had to choose between Mega Raichu X or Mega Raichu Y, obviously I will choose X. I will put Mega Raichu X right here. Better than Excadrill for sure. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think Mega Clefable would be better than Mega Excadrill. But before we start rearranging, let's finish off the rankings. Mega Raichu Y will be lower. I don't think they're too different, but yeah, right here. Gonna sandwich the Clefable right there. This is my preliminary tier list of all the new Mega Evolutions introduced in Pokemon Legends ZA. Let's go through the list. I think S tier, we cannot argue with that. Mega Drampa, Mega Scolipede are the 2 best Mega Evolutions that were introduced. Just really enhances what we already have from Scolipede and Drampa. This is exactly what we expected and what we wanted from Mega Delphox. So definitely belongs there. I think we can add a few more Pokemon into the S tier. So I'm gonna put Mega Frostlass as a low S tier. Simply because we couldn't have asked for anything more. And I can't believe I'm doing this, but I think Starmie, just because of how ridiculous it is, it got people talking, right? Mega Starmie got people talking. The movements and the concept and the stats, importantly, are very, very good for Mega Starmie. I will put him as a low S tier, but I think I'm gonna keep him at the high A tier. Now I'm gonna ask myself the question, is Mega Zygarde actually better than Mega Starmie? I think in terms of coolness and design, it has to be at a low S tier, in my opinion. Mega Chestnut as well, with the same criteria of Delphox, should technically be higher. I will put him right here, and I think Dragonite belongs right there in the middle of the A tier. Holocan Flink's definitely A tier Pokemon, and I think I'm happy with this top line right here. Mega Floet B tier, alright. These two right here are pretty even at the B tier, which is decent. Mega Dragalge, just because we just got an extra crown from him. Skarmory and Chandelure right there. C tier is where the majority of the Pokemon are, which means, okay, it's a Mega Evolution, but it's not super good or super bad as well. Probably can drop some of these lower. If I were to drop something down to the D tier, it would probably be Mega Feraligatr, just because if I look at the base model of Feraligatr, it's exactly the same, and the head, even though that head is good, it should have been lower, right? It has good animations, but it just looks ridiculous hanging out like that. Literally, somebody called it a toilet seat, and I can't unsee it now. That's gonna be a D tier. And I think we're gonna put Mega Barbaracle as well at the D tier, like this. Arguably as well, Mega Excadrill would be better than Mega Raichu. Why? And I am honestly happy with this ranking. So there you have it. This is my tier list for the new Mega Evolutions introduced in Pokemon Legends ZA. Let me know what you think about this list. Comment down what you agree on and what you disagree on, and give your reasons why, of course. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.